What up, y'all? It's your boy True from the 702. Coming at you with another little video. Something I just saw earlier. Dr. Fauci warns Americans to bite the bullet and not not have Thanksgiving due to the COVID. I don't know what's wrong with these people. And you know, if Biden it gets in there, we're going into immediate lockdown, which is going to really kind of suck because Vegas is just starting to open up again. So let's go in here and see what Mr. Fauci's got to say.
We were in a difficult place to begin with, Nora. As you know, what we're seeing, unfortunately, is upticks in case positivities, test positivities. That's going to translate, as it already is, into additional hospitalizations, which ultimately are going to translate into additional deaths. And now we're starting to see, as you said correctly, an uptick in cases, in 37 states. I mean, that is a substantial proportion of the United States of America.
Let me ask you about these large-scale events. 10,000 people will reportedly attend President Trump's rally tonight in an airport hangar in Des Moines, Iowa. Do you consider that type of event dangerous?
Of course he's going to consider it dangerous, but it's okay for so-called protesters to get out there and burn everything up, riot in the streets, break windows, no mask, starting fights. Let's see what else he has to say.
People are close to each other, and you don't have virtually everyone wearing a mask. That is a risky situation that could very well lead to the kind of spreader events that we have seen in similar settings.
There is no approved cure for coronavirus. When people say the president beat it, I'm not worried about it. What's your response?
That's sort of like saying somebody was speeding in a car at 95 miles an hour and didn't get in an accident, so I can go ahead and speed and not get in an accident.
That is a real poor analogy. There's a lot of people that do 95 on the 95 out here. Because I used to do 70 on my way to work, and people were passing me, so I know they were in upwards at 90, and they do it all the time. So, Fauci, that's a bad analogy.
I'm very, very pleased that the president did so well when he was infected with coronavirus. But there are also a lot of people who are his age and his weight, which did not do as well as the president did.
Why is this guy always smiling and got this snarky look on his face? I just don't trust him.
Nearly 30 million children nationwide are physically back in the classroom, at least for part of the week. Has this led to some of the outbreaks that were feared?
For the most part, there has not been an indication that children are massively spreading the virus in community. I'm sure that there is going to be some indication that might happen, but we're not seeing that as a really major issue right now.
The president also said there will be 100 million doses of the vaccine by the end of the year. Is that number accurate?
Available to use in a person would mean that that vaccine would have to have been proven to be safe and effective. And right now there are a couple of candidates that are probably in a position that we will know by November or December whether or not they have a safe and effective candidate. If they do, there are only a few million doses of those vaccines that would be available. But when you say, is it available of a vaccine that is proven to be safe and effective, it's not going to be 100 million doses.
So what is your advice about Thanksgiving?
I think people should be very careful and prudent. But when you're talking about relatives that are getting on a plane, being...
Did you see that little edit cut after he said prudent? He had said something else, and they chopped that to give you the impression that he's saying something else. Let me see if I can go back a couple clicks. Try that again.
Careful and prudent. But when you're talking about relatives that are getting on a plane, being exposed in an airport, being exposed in a plane, then walk in the door and say, Happy Thanksgiving, that you have to be careful about.
First is Thanksgiving. Next is going to be Christmas. You know, we can't say Merry Christmas anymore. We have to say Happy Holidays because somebody might get offended. But me, I don't care. I am a Christian conservative, and I am an American. It is an American holiday, and I'm going to say Merry Christmas. Anyway, I'll get back to you guys. Please comment, share, and subscribe. It's your boy True from the 702. Later.